And you want to sing? Knock that sucker. That'll be music class.
Now,
And
did you
What about learning to sight read? What about?
she does all that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just
She's
making
not
sure you're
retarded.
No. I'm not worried about her.
Now, did you get a? Now, I mean, it's fine to teach singing,
Sure.
but that's not exactly a serious
Listen,
subject,
She's learning health.
right?
That's what I want to know. You're explaining the birds and the bees, or
I mean, what the
She
fuck do you know
talks
about that?
More to me
Yeah.
in deep personal. Like, for instance, she started with this nonsense. She's like, I come in the room last week and she's going, Dad, my life's horrible. So why is your life horrible? I want to wear makeup. I want to have a crush. I want to get dropped off at the mall. I
Right.
want a phone, and I want a boyfriend. I said, hon, all right. And this is all stemmed from like one sleepover. You let these kids at this age sleep over, you get other kids like, you
You're
should
right.
have a boyfriend. You should be shaving. You should be,
Right.
you should be on the internet. You should be
Right.
So I said, first of all, let's start with the makeup. All right. Listen, who wears makeup? This one and that one. I went, oh, well, all right.
Sluts.
whores?
I didn't go there, but the way I
Whores.
explained to her, I go, first of all,
Yeah.
men don't like makeup. We don't like a lot of makeup.
Right.
I go,
You're a good teacher.
you got eyes that are, let me tell you something. You can have a smorgasbord. In another 3-4 years, she's got sky blue eyes. You're going to walk in a room, you're not even going to know the boys that are going, oh my God, you're so beautiful.
Right.
I go, your friend who wears makeup, she has to wear makeup. I mean, at the end of the day, she has to, and she's not going to have
She's
the
ugly.
choice
She's
you
an ugly
have.
pig. You're not.
She's
Right.
not going to have, she's going to have to take what she can now. Where you,
So you felt you had to put down her other friends in order to build her
Your
up.
friends are ugly.
Your friends are
Your
ugly
friends
pigs.
are ugly sluts.
Let me tell you something,
I'm
honey.
exaggerating.
Daddy noticed your friends already have cellulite, and you don't. You're in very good shape. Now go out and run around. So how does it work? In other words, she wakes up in the morning, and does she have to be at school at a time? Does she have to, like, at 9
Yeah,
o'clock?
which is hilarious because my wife sets the timer.
Yeah.
9 a.m. She has to be there.
Yeah.
And just like anyone, she'll be a slug. She'll be like, I'm really tired. And she'll eat her cereal really slow, just staring at the clock.
Does she have
wait
to go
till,
to a
like,
special
9:30.
room in the house, or
Is
does
there
it
a
take
school
place?
room?
Does
There
it
is
take
a school
place?
room.
There's a school room.
Yeah.
I know, but she can't sit in her bed and
It's
learn.
not at the kitchen counter.
No, there's a school room.
A room. I got to come over your house. I want to see
I
what's
could
doing
teach you a
over
lot
there.
about history.
Is there
Listen
a
to me.
blackboard in there? Does it
We
look
do have
like it's-
blackboards.
Yeah.
We
Got
do
a
have
blackboard?
blackboards.
Excellent.
Here, like when
Do you
I
ever
go
go
on
up
the
there with
road.
the chalk and you write things on the board?
Today in 1700s.
I don't
Daddy-
believe what's going on over there.
I am Mr. Brewer. Everybody say Mr. Brewer.
But I will say that the walls are caving in.
Yeah.
She's had enough. She's had enough.
She
had
wants
enough.
out of there.
She wants out.
You're going to put her in public school.
I'm really leaning towards that.
Isn't it
heavily.
great? Her first day in public school when she has completely no idea what any of them are talking about because you've been teaching her music American Idol style. I mean, it's going to be great. Go ahead, Tommy.
Hey now,
Hey
Howard.
now.
Hey, Jim Brewer. A lot
Yes.
of the people on Howard Stern Network hate you. My cousin hates you. I love you, man.
Good. That's fine.
You got more energy than 5 guys put together. And Howard, this guy's a great guy. I saw him like 10 years ago in San Francisco. I waited. I had a copy of Half Baked. He signed that. He signed I had a zigzag sweatshirt. He signed it. He's the man.
Well, there you go. You see, some people love you and some don't like you.
You always
Story
have
of our
people that
lives.
hate you.
Frosty, go ahead.
Hey, Howard, I'm calling to let you know you should hire Brewer. Put him in Artie's chair, man.
Don't want that seat.
You
don't need
Brewer,
anyone in a
Brewer
seat.
is on a mission to become America's next big superstar.
He's got a 5-year
so.
plan. Is what I recall. What
I've
year are
given
we?
up on
Unfortunately,
a
he gave us that plan 5 years ago.
Oh, is it 5 years already? I didn't
Listen,
It was 3.
You know what, Jim?
And we're on a year and a half.
I would be so honored if you were in the Artie chair, but I know you have class to teach. Nick, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey now, Howard.
Hey now.
Hey, Jim.
Yes.
Have you ever had any conflict with anybody that you've imitated? Anybody give
Anybody
you a
get
hard time?
offended?
Yeah.
I mean, I know we've heard the Pesci story where they kind of jerked you around a bit.
Not offended, but just a little thrown off. Like Brian Johnson was Was the only guy,
AC/DC
but they don't
guy.
get mad.
Right.
Pesci was the only one that really was.
Your Brian Johnson is awesome.
But Brian,
Yeah, it is.
he's funny.
He is.
And he was like, I hear you've been imitating me, and I'm not sure if I really look at you.
It is.
He's the only guy, but they don't get mad.
Right.
Pesci was the only one that really was.
Your Brian Johnson is awesome.
But Brian,
Yeah, it is.
he's funny.
He is.
And he was like, I hear you've been imitating me, and I'm not sure if I really look at you. I tell you this, I'll tell you this, I'm gonna come and get you. And we're gonna sing the hokey pokey.
I tell you what, when I interview him sometimes, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He has said whole sentences, and I just go, yeah, but and what about this? And I change the topic because I don't know what he's saying. I mean, your impression's so good, but it's almost too clear, you know? There were times you just space.
He told me, I saw him in Sarasota, Florida, and
Right.
I thought the most fascinating thing, here's the lead singer of AC/DC, and he goes, Jim, in your lifetime, you got to see Paul McCartney. I went, Paul McCartney's like, he's the most greatest fucking entertainer I've seen in my lifetime. and I said, what do you mean? He's like, here, for instance, he sits down and he tells a story. And he goes, like, for instance, you know the Blackbird song? Oh, I love that. So he goes, try to guess what this is about. I don't know. It's like, it's about the whole dealing of the civil rights and shit, but you wouldn't know it till you seen Paul. And I finally understood what he said at McCartney, which, by the way,
That's a true story.
Yes.
yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to come up to you, but I didn't want to be cheesy. You
Yeah.
were way on the other side.
Oh, were you
And I
at
just
the
wanted to s-
McCartney concert?
Yeah, I wanted to say hello. You came in a little later.
Did they put you in the shitty seats?
No, I had good seats.
Yeah, good. Who were you sitting
You
next
were
to?
better. You were closer.
That was celebrity packed, huh?
Holy
Who
crap.
were you sitting there with?
Let's see. To my right was Ron Wood and
That's
Keith
crazy.
Richards. When I
Yeah.
saw that, I was like, "Sweet Keith Richards right there!" Oh my God! I saw.
You should have introduced yourself as Brian Johnson from AC/DC.
I should have.
Hello, mate.
They would have gone for it.
We're gonna have a good time tonight, Paul. You ready? Sing a little row your boat now.
Yeah, so you were
yeah,
sitting there with some heavy hitters, huh?
Yeah, that was unreal.
Did you bring the wife or?
I saw Jerry Seinfeld. Yes.
Yeah.
You did?
Oh,
Jerry
I brought my
Seinfeld
wife.
was there?
Seinfeld
right?
was
You
there.
saw him, right, sure.
I went up to Lorne Michaels that night.
No kidding.
I was a little nervous.
Lauren was there? I didn't know that.
He was the same aisle as the Stones guys, the
Is
Rolling
that
Stones guys.
right?
Right.
And he was with his son, which blew me away because his son was only like 5 years old when I saw him. Now he's a big teenager.
Did your wife love the show?
Oh, my gosh.
Someone
That
told me she was sitting there praying with a rosary during the. Listen, it's great having you here. Quickly, Sim, you have the last word with Jim Brewer.
Hey, Jim. How you doing? Loved your book.
thank
Speech
you.
impediment, man. Yes, go ahead.
Hey,
Oh, I met him.
Yes.
yeah, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, I wondered who was your comedy idol that you were growing up?
Was it Richard Pryor? You do good
Oh,
impression.
Comedy Aisles. Right off the bat, first one was Steve Martin.
Ah.
Yeah.
Because I was a child, and I can relate to the silliness.
Yeah.
He was really silly.
Fucking great.
I mean, I know probably the whole Let's Get Small album.
Really?
Oh my! I can recite the whole. I'm so mad at my mother. Do you remember that?
No, go ahead.
She calls me out once about $10 for some food. So I said, "Hey, I work for a living." So I get my assistant. I send her $10. She calls me back. She says she can't pay me back. I said, "What is this bullshit?" So I'm gonna have to work out. She's gonna work on my transmission and move my dumbbells up to the attic. I don't know. I'm depressed. He had no segues. He would just go from one bit to the other.
You should
Yeah.
follow him on Twitter. He's brilliant on
I
there.
heard he's freaking
Funny
amazing.
as
And I
hell.
loved his book.
Yeah,
had
really
a
good.
He's a
great
great
On
writer.
stand-up comedy,
Yeah.
right?
Because I wanted to know why he stopped stand-up, and he never went back.
Right.
And it says in that book, and he was in Vegas, and he saw a couple empty seats in the back, and he went,
I'm done.
I'm done.
Wow.
Show's over. I'm done. I'm never coming back.
Because he was so used to selling out everything.
Yeah, and he wanted to quit while he was still in arena act, and he saw a couple seats empty in the back, and he went, "I'm out."
Isn't that crazy?
And for all he knows, they all could have been like
They could have
drunken
been at the
benders.
bathroom or
Right.
something.
Guy could have been taking a dump.
Right. There was just a big drunken bender. The limo broke down somewhere in Vegas.
But what an incredible career. Billy, go ahead. You have the last word.
Good morning, Howard. Love your tweets, by the way.
Thank you.
Jim, I was just wondering, what are your feelings on our president? You seem like you're pretty conservative.
Are you an Obama guy, or are you more of a conservative?
This is my take on politics, and you may not like it. To me, it's no different than professional wrestling. This is the goofy. There's no such thing as politics. It's all horseshit. It's the whole idea of you even.
The question.
Oh, what do I think of him? I don't know him, so how can I answer that question?
Well, but do you like him as a president? Did you vote for him?
I feel safer that he's there.
Do you vote?
No.
You do not?
You're not into this game at all.
No, because at the end of the day, if you watch any political nonsense, you either have to be on one side or the other. And to me, that's the great divide and conquer.
You want them working together.
Nobody works together, which makes me realize, are we really that fucking free?
You know what I feel like right
nonsense?
now? I feel like I'm your daughter and I'm in class. I'm learning.
This is civics.
This is some civics. Teaching the kids not that politics is wrestling and no one should vote. Oh, wow. You are some radical teacher.
But think about that. Think about the way you vote.
True.
At the end of the day, if there's 10 cans and you want to vote for Coke or Pepsi, and 7 people love Coke.
I still believe it's important to vote. And I do believe in politics and taking an interest in the country and what's going on.
I believe that too. But at the end of the day, are you going to be Cairo? Are you going to be Egypt when you're that pissed? You're going to start going the streets and changing shit?
Let's go to Ken. Ken, you're on the air. You're talking to a man who's not only a teacher but a professional comedian.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
I'm going to start online teaching.
Jim, you're a great guest, man. Always a great guest. But I got an idea. If you get your buddy Eli Roth into Jim's house, that would be some horror movie, boy, with that dad with the next Saw series.
He's saying your house is like a horror movie.
And if Eli Roth saw
that Eli Roth could actually turn into a film. You got the wife teaching, you got your dad shitting his pants, looking for a hand job, and your mom going out on dates with you.
I think it's a sitcom.
I think you got something there. And how is the career going finally? How's the 5-year plan going?
I'll tell you what. I have to say this just not because I'm here, and I sent you an email to tell you.
You don't have to say this.
I know that, but I want to, and people should know this. Everywhere I go in L.A., the biggest of producers to the biggest comedy writers to the biggest agencies, all come down to, I listen to you on Howard, and I tell you what, you got a show here. Or I've listened to you on Howard, and it's all I hear.
Any
you
of these
on
producers who hear you today, even just going through your vast array of impressions, would have to hire you just even to do these cartoons and things.
But there's no medium to put out there but your show. What you do, what you guys do is... You lay it out there. You're allowed to. It really is. It's tremendous.
But you're a tremendous.
But it's an honest
you're
one.
a tremendous. You're a tremendous guest, and that's the point. Okay, look. Enough of the love fest.
All right, and next time I want to do it. I want to show you. I'm going to teach you how to argue with your wife because I got a big text argument with my wife.
What happened?
A text argument.
A text argument.
You're texting? Why would you argue with your wife about it? She's such a lovely woman. She's teaching the kids.
But
She's a God-fearing woman.
Right.
Yes,
she loves Jesus.
But at the end of the day, I wanted, divorce hurts me because there is divorce in the fan to try to work things out. It doesn't always.
Right.
To each his own.
You fight for your marriage.
Fight for the marriage, no matter what it takes.
Right.
So with that, I have to say, I also want to tell people that when you get married, it's not we're together forever and everything's great.
Right.
Even me, I make great money.
Right.
More than I ever anticipated. I have a nice career.
And do you ever fantasize that you could be with a lot of these young hot chippies?
No, I swear to God I don't.
Okay, go ahead.
I swear my kids I don't. In the past, yeah, maybe. I think my Saturday Night Live days, I think there were times like, oh, man.
So why would you fight with your lovely wife over text?
Well, here's if you don't mind, I want to show how simple life always stays and how ridiculous this can sound. Now, I'm doing this gig, all right? And there's a couple thousand people out in the audience. And before I go out there, I'm a little nervous. It's
Sure.
a big freaking crowd.
Of course.
And the guy before me is slaying.
Oh.
Well,
He's got his Viking hat on.
Fucker.
Right.
killing the audience for you.
Beating the
They're exhausted from laughing.
Get out
Right,
of the
yeah,
place.
Yeah.
Now, before that happens, I always text her. Now, I'm playing a place, and she's supposed to bring the kids and the family down the next day.
Okay.
Right.
It's at a casino.
Okay.
And I say, you know, well, the kid, they don't need to be around that, but there's an indoor pool. We can
Right.
go to the indoor pool
have
and
fun,
enjoy
right.
it. And you don't have to see the people drunk going, hey, you like it.
Right.
So with that, I write, all right?
Go ahead.
I know she's gonna go. I write, hey, bing, I love you and my family, which I always do.
Beautiful.
Talk to you later. Hey, you know what? God has blessed us tremendously. Powerful.
Oh,
You wrote
yes.
that.
To the
This
point.
got to be
Yeah.
perfect,
Okay.
right?
Well, what
Boom.
woman doesn't want to hear that?
Now, bing, she writes back.
Fuck you.
No.
What'd you do wrong?
No, she writes back. Yes, he has in every aspect. This is why she's a little further. She'll say, praise God. It's too much for me.
Right.
When you go, praise God, I'm like,
Yeah,
God,
you bought into the God thing
Yeah,
just
I
as
don't
far
need
as you
to
can.
praise.
Right.
praise God for he is good. I love you more than you think. See you tomorrow. Now, the guy,
She wrote that.
the guy ends, right?
Yeah.
And,
Place is going crazy. He
place
kills.
going crazy. The
Right.
MC goes out. I hear bing. It's her. And she writes, okay, slash my last message. Please, please, please stop taking my toothbrush. You know, I don't ask much from you, but my requests are not being taken seriously, and I'm actually hurt, and I'm mad that you take my request so insensitively, and I'm totally not kidding. Capital letters, stop means stop. Isn't that like a rape term?
You took her toothbrush by accident.
Please don't call me tonight. I'm not kidding anymore. It's not even about the stupid toothbrush. It's about not giving a thought, and maybe I'm drop dead serious and I've asked you more than 10 times. Please stop and think before you act.
You've never done.
Good night.
Bing. You've done this before, taking her toothbrush on the road with you.
By accident.
How many times have you done that?
3, 4.
Big deal. You told her you loved her, and God bless us.
And